Hi there, listener. You're about to experience TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games, and there will be plenty of game talk, but also copious amounts of crude, off-color, offensive, and immature speech. So if you are of a rather sensitive humor constitution, we're just letting you know what you're in for with this show. It has games. It has jokes. You know, just games and jokes. Take the games, take the jokes, and have a good time.
Hello, internets. Welcome to another TADPOG podcast. Just a show that happens twice a week.
Just a show.
Just a show.
Little old show.
Just a fun little thing we
Just
do.
our 350th episode.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
350. This is it.
Here for a milestone.
Welcome to the milestone episode, Ian.
I had my first Patreon episode yesterday.
Spoilers.
Sorry. And now I'm on 350.
But actually
awesome.
It's really good that you announced that we did record a Patreon episode because
Yes.
that's normally out by now.
I was there.
So if you got tired of it not being there and checking, go check now.
I was there.
No. Don't check now.
Oh, don't check now?
This is
not there
going
yet.
up tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Don't check now. Check
Check
tomorrow.
later.
But they did do it. I have proof. I was there. I witnessed it. They paid me not that much money to say that. So
We paid you?
no.
Do you get
I paid
paid?
you. I paid you.
Yeah, I know.
I paid you to be on your show. Wait a minute.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's pay to win, guys.
TADPOG is the Clash of Clans of podcasts.
Podcast, yeah.
Well, it's twice a week. We're two old guys and one here for 350, rather Wizened Sage, talk about old games. So this week, we'd already played the game, right? No, we're just a filler, right? We didn't know what we would do for Monday. Needed to do a Genesis game. We were debating what it was, so apologies to Joe Willard, who was wanting Altered Beast.
Yeah.
We'll get to Altered Beast.
We're
Even
going
made
to
a-
get to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a whole lot of games coming up on Digital Trends list that we've already played on the Super Nintendo. So we'll sub out Altered Beast for one of those.
Yeah. But for now, for this week, we're going to be talking about Primal Rage.
Yeah, I've been wanting to talk about this game since year one.
Why?
Because I remember playing this in the arcade in middle school.
Okay.
Yeah.
The arcade one was awesome.
I mean, right.
I mean,
at the time, I
at
loved
the
it.
time.
Yeah, at the time I loved it. It's hard to go back to. It's hard to come back to Primal Rage.
Especially if you play it on the Genesis.
Because I'm your bearded host, Tyler, and I played this game extensively in the arcade. I really, really enjoyed this game.
Who
on
is
the
your
arcade.
main?
Blizzard.
Of course.
Yep.
I pegged you for a Blizzard guy.
Yeah.
Blizzard is the best character in the game.
It's the only type of Blizzard that I wholeheartedly support and endorse.
So no Dairy Queen. No.
Oh, okay, that's true. No, the only video game Blizzard I fully
okay,
endorse.
I got you.
Because, man, God, I do love Blizzards. I don't eat Blizzards anymore, though, because, like, even a small one's just, like...
600 calories.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah,
A
it's-
small one's like 600
I
calories.
get them without
Cool.
candy.
Really?
I just get chocolate syrup.
Ice cream?
Ice
Oh.
cream chocolate syrup.
Yeah?
Like it's like a Frosty, only about 1 billion times better. I don't know if
Okay.
it's any fewer calories, but I love
Because
it.
Probably.
Frosties aren't that bad.
Frosties are pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, also the Frosties are sort of this is Dairy Queen. They take the vanilla ice cream, they dump a bunch of chocolate syrup in
Right,
it, and then
mix it up.
blizzard it up.
Yeah.
I love
Blizzard it up!
Blizzard it up, y'all. I love it though. That's my favorite because I'm not a big fan of cold candy. I don't like candy that's
Okay.
frozen, but I love the ice cream and the chocolate, so I just go that route.
Frozen Snickers. Or the Snickers ice cream candy bar. That's my jam.
That's actually pretty
Cool.
good. I'm talking about like M&Ms, like when they grind up the M&Ms and put it in
Right.
the frozen. They're kind of frozen,
Yeah.
and you just kind of
Make 'em really hard.
Bite on them.
Yeah.
But I've got old guy teeth. I haven't had my teeth taken care of very well in the last 15 years. They're still not terrible, but
Yeah.
I'm really sensitive to cold stuff. And
Yeah.
and that those M&Ms, man, they're like little razor blades of cold in my teeth.
The McFlurry, with M&M McFlurry, because they use the M&M minis,
Yeah.
isn't bad.
Yeah, but McFlurries. I
Yeah,
hate
well,
McFlurries.
They wouldn't have the
Yeah.
sharp edges.
Maybe it's because I don't know if McDonald's uses the chocolate syrup like they do at Dairy Queen. There's something about a McFlurry that seems like thin almost. It seems like a really thin blizzard.
I can say with all honesty, I've never had a McFlurry.
Yeah.
Never have.
After we record this,
I'm not a big
we should go
frozen.
get one.
I'm not a big frozen. Yeah, I'll try it.
I'm not a 350th episode. We gotta
gotta be-
celebrate.
It's gotta be better than
Get some
McFlurries.
Oreo and McFlurries.
Yeah.
It's gotta be better than those fucking squids you ate that time.
Just a face. Just a small face you
Little
can
tiny
eat.
crunchy eyes. That's all.
Ugh.
A face that we got in a can from the other side of the country. Just ate it. It's fine.
Time Lord Josh Edwards. Who sent that? Still, that was just referenced recently in Facebook chat, where it's like Dave didn't eat that.
No. Well,
I don't
Most
feel,
people wouldn't.
I don't feel bad about it.
as you shouldn't.
It was fucking gross. It
I was
looked
there.
really gross.
I was there.
Yeah.
They were fucking nasty. They smelled awful. They looked awful. And frankly, I'm not putting that in my mouth. But you even said they're not that bad.
Yeah. I mean,
But you have a more.
You're an
you have
adventurous eater.
I also,
Yeah, you have a much more refined palate.
I also like. I'm not discriminating at all when it comes to food. It's like, no, it's a tiny squid face. No, I'm fine. I'll eat. No, it's cool. All right. No.
Would you say you're more discriminating about food or women? And not
That's a
not,
deep
That
question.
was a pregnant pause.
Not deep question.
Not
Sounds like-
discrimination against women. I mean, your taste.
Yeah,
Right.
man, because Hillary, man, I just can't do that shit. I guess probably, I guess women.
I didn't mean to.
Because I think it's a good question. It's like, I think, yeah, I would probably eat just about any food. I don't know if I'd fuck just about any woman. So, yeah, food.
All right.
I mean, but of course I would most. So I guess it's slightly more discriminating.
Barely.
Barely. But I played the most Primal Rage, because I think I mentioned it before, where I went to church growing up, Traders Mall. It's a local, like, weird flea market. Was directly across the street.
That is the most accurate way you could have described it.
It's on the sign.
Weird flea market.
It's a weird racist flea market.
That giant rebel flag
Yeah.
hanging outside the Traders
Always,
Mall.
always.
It's
Still
enormous.
there. I'm
It
surprised
is
someone
enormous.
hasn't burned it. But yeah, it's still there. I saw it the other day and I remarked, I can't believe that is still there.
Yeah, you can see it from the when you
Yeah.
take the exit. It's
Yeah.
like there. Oh wow, here we are.
Do you remember, and I don't mean to interrupt, but do you remember the giant American flag that that hangs over the Kroger on Park Avenue? They used to have the American flag that was as big as this house flying over the. That one is about half that size. That rebel flag.
Because I can't believe, it's like they have the very small, like, Robert E. Lee Park. It's like a gravel pit, a statue of Robert E. Lee, and like 2 concrete benches, and then the biggest fucking rebel flag.
at the Traders Mall.
Yeah.
I didn't know they had
Yeah.
A
that.
couple of burning crosses.
You're right, yeah.
The usual stuff, usual fare.
But I would, on Sundays after church, then I'd walk over to Traders Mall and play a lot of Primal Rage.
Oh, they had it at Traders Mall.
In Traders Mall.
Nice.
Because you could go in and get just really shitty food, and then the quarter machine where you like stop the still, put the quarter in, and try to knock off
I love
quarters
those.
off a row onto a big thing of like quarters that are just about to fall down.
Oh, everybody
All you
wins.
have to do is just put one in there. You'll get a whole bunch of
You're
quarters.
making Rhythm Master Paul Korn like fully erect right now.
Oh, he loves those.
Yeah.
How could
Oh,
you
man.
not? I do. I know they're kind of a ripoff. They're so neat. They're real cool.
Yeah.
The way
Those are what called coin pushers or something like that.
Yes, let's go with that.
Yeah.
Coin pusher.
So usually I could go in. My parents give me some money. I would usually try that once or twice to try and get more quarters for Primal Rage. Most of the time I just lost money, or I'd have to bump it a little bit. I might get some, and then more than once I set off the alarm inside of it. So
What does the alarm do?
it sounded like a school bell. Like a light would flash from behind it, and it would make like the ringing Saved by the Bell, like class is over kind of ring.
So would
And
you run? Or what'd you do when it would go off?
froze and act like I'm sorry.
Okay.
And then they come around, don't bump the machine, and then eventually they put up a sign like just
That said, Tyler, stop bumping
it.
the machine.
just poorly scrawled with Sharpie on a piece of paper, and then just thoroughly masking tape to the side of the machine.
There's a drawing of your face on it with an X out. No.
Like a really bad police sketch drawing
yeah.
of his face that sort of resembles him.
Or like when you see someone who's been abducted by aliens and they always draw the alien like
big
just
eyes.
crudely, just like here's an egg with eyes.
They don't even bother connecting the line.
No.
It's just something.
Because I went in Traders Mall again about a month or two ago probably, because I went in and I was looking for antique keys.
Please tell me Primal Rage was still
I was
there.
looking. I wish. I feel like the coin pusher might have been there. Primal Rage was not there.
The sign with your face is still on it.
All your quarters
And
still
an approximation of my age now. From
They actually hired another artist to like age you up in the drawing,
And those are all your quarters precariously balanced.
Still
there.
Yeah, it's still there.
which you marked. You marked all your quarters, remember, with a T.
That's true.
So you knew they were
Torters.
yours. Torters.
That's what I called them.
Mister,
You want 4 torters?
Mister, I see all my torters in there.
But you go in, they have the shitty cafe, and then it's like a 4-way. And remember, I turned right, and in the right part of Traders Mall, that immediately had something to look up, a mock-up of a 50s style house with astroturf and flowers, and it was like a pet store / grooming place inside Traders Mall.
Slash
It looked-
crematorium.
/ cemetery. Yeah.
So like, oh, that's weird and out of place. And I would turn around directly across from it. They had a stand of, it was a whole bunch of different Hostess products. But like current day Hostess products, just taken out of the box, marked up slightly, and then set
Sold
out to
individually?
sell.
So clearly they did not read the side of the
I
box
know,
where it
it
says
says on
not
there.
for individual sale. I think you could probably get them arrested for that.
So I could buy an oatmeal cream pie for like 12 cents, I guess. Okay,
What
and
a
a honey
value.
bun for like 17 cents. This is really weird, but I guess it works because he's here.
So we should do a live episode from Traders Mall.
Yeah. We go get full on food at Traders Mall and then go to Fantasy World.
I want to interview some of the people at Traders Mall.
I got to
Oh,
talk
man.
to you, whether or not it's now or whatever. We got to talk about Fantasy World. I have not been there, but hearing your description of it,
man.
the creepier the fucking better for me. I want to go.
You're
I
going
wanna
to love
go.
it.
I'll fund this excursion. if
Done.
I'll do it.
All right, we'll go. We'll get McFlurries and then go to Fantasy World.
Absolutely.
McFlurry's, Traders Mall, Hostess cakes, and then we'll take them some and we'll go.
Well, I had the experience. It was a strange thing because I've fallen, and I'm going to get into this in a minute, but I've fallen behind on episodes. I've still got about 7 to get caught up. But I had been talking to Tanya recently about Fantasy World, and I was like, I drove past there the other day. I still don't know because it used to be Regina's too,
Yep.
which was
Electric Boogaloo.
You have to, and you have to make the sign of the cross when you say it because it was great. I love that place. It was really awful, trashy, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
I never got to go.
You could bring your own beer. You just had to pay a little extra. They'd keep it behind the bar.
yeah.
And you go up to the bartender and have him hand you one of your beers, but then you wouldn't have to buy drinks. That was kind of the thing. Because they couldn't serve because it was a full nude bar. So I don't know how all those laws really work anymore. But
I love that Paducah had like a strip club and then the sequel to the strip club. Because
Yep.
Paducah
Yeah.
had Regina's and then Regina's too.
right? Well, Regina's
Hopefully unaffiliated. I know. Like they were just piggybacking, like, well, fuck those assholes. We'll just be Regina's too.
Well, Regina's one was what Incognito is now.
Right.
And it was only a topless place, but they served alcohol just like they do now. Regina's 2 was full nude. They just didn't serve, and you had to bring your own and pay the cover to get them.
okay.
So anyway, I'm driving by there, and I'm thinking the same thing. I thought, I still don't know what is in there. And even though I was like way behind, I just happened to be listening to the episode where you guys bring it up. And that you were going to go into it, and then I listened to the one where you and Brandon went,
Yep.
and I'm really surprised. It must have been bad because Brandon's
Brandon's seen a lot.
Brandon fucks indiscriminately.
been around.
Old fucking indiscriminately fucking Brandon.
So anyway, I still want to go. I don't care how creepy it is, and I'm more than willing to.
Well, we'll go in and you will ask for Duchess. It'll be a good
Yes.
time.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it.
We'll bring our McFlurries. We'll bring our Torters.
Let me go. and our individually wrapped
Oatmeal
hostess.
cream pies. Yeah.
God, I want to walk in there with a pair of like really thin satin shorts and like a too tight tank top and a box of oatmeal cream pies, in which I also keep dollar bills. So
That's also a name of someone who works there. Oatmeal cream pie.
Now, when I say I will fund this, I mean I will fund the cover and I will pay to get us in the back.
okay,
That's all
you're
we
not gonna
need,
you're not
really.
gonna buy some weird booth dances.
Well, let's see. Let's just see what happens.
Let's see what happens in this private room in the back that we pay to get into.
Play your
depends.
cards right. We'll
It
see.
depends on how many iPhones I fixed that week. That's my folding money. So anyway, sorry.
I guess it's Like that's about it.
So you played Primal Rage.
I played it a
at
lot. I
Trader
played it
Small?
obsessively, and I was never good at it. Because
It's hard to be good at.
Is it possible?
spoilers, this game reminded me a lot of Mortal Kombat, the way that you move and jump.
Sure.
Reskin Mortal Kombat. That's exactly what I thought.
And I've always been like, I'm the worst at Mortal Kombat. Oh, I'm so bad at that game. So I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the bonus levels where you eat your followers and shit like that.
Yeah.
But I was always so bad at it. And then one of my friends, I remember, he went and we played it a lot and he enjoyed it. Then he got into coin pusher and he won about $40 in just like this epic cascade of quarters.
Oh.
And of which he's immediately spent it all. Some on Primal Rage, most of it investing it back into the coin pusher to try and win more. So he left with no quarters.
Right.
Chasing that dragon.
Yeah.
I know.
Yep.
Yeah.
One moment you're 160 torters up. The next moment, nothing. What's up, Internet? I'm Dave. I am your bespectacled host, and I remember playing Primal Rage in middle school. Man, I was excited when the cabinet came to our local arcade in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and I immediately was disappointed because I was so bad at the game. And also, I was... The dinosaur purist in me was very disappointed that the dinosaurs were firing sonic blasts from their mouths and that there were apes in it.
Apes confused the shit out of me.
Only two of the quote unquote dinosaurs actually looked like dinosaurs. The rest were made up. Like Vertigo and Armadon are essentially kaiju. And then you have two T-Rexes. And then some apes. I was super disappointed about that because I wanted a game. I wanted a very boring scientific dinosaur fighter, apparently, where it's like the dinosaurs are all anatomically correct. And by that, I mean they had big old dongs. And I remember being disappointed by that because like I was super, super into dinosaurs as a kid. Like on Echo the Dolphin, if you haven't listened to Echo the Dolphin, listen to Echo the Dolphin. You'll get a glimpse of like a year and a half of my childhood where I was obsessed with fucking dolphins. So before that phase, let's see.
Fucking not an adjective, literally.
Like literally just fucking verbing.
Verbing dolphins.
So before, like following the trend back, it's like it goes dolphins, and then before that, I think it was like pound puppies, and then there's like a stretch. There's like a 4-year stretch of dinosaurs where it's just hardcore. Any like dinosaur information I can inject directly into my brain, the better.
I thought of you yesterday when I saw a GIF on Instagram, so you can find it and put it in the show notes, of this genius British baby who is just like, has most of his words, he knows all the dinosaurs. So his mom is like, what's this one? A Paducah. And then he just keeps going, and he's got like a little British accent. It's super cute. It's just super fucking cute.
Aren't the little tiny guys with the British accents? Isn't that wonderful? Just love it.
Like Arthur?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
That's a Dudley Moore goof.
Nobody knows what you're referring to.
You're welcome,
That's
everybody
listening to
who's
the show.
younger than
Except
me.
for me.
Yeah.
Well, there's also, who was in the remake? What's his name that was married to Katy Perry?
Russell Brand.
Russell Brand. Yep, because he redid that one.
I haven't seen the remake.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have not
God,
either.
I'd forgotten. I saw it. I thought he did a pretty good job with it, but I was always a fan of Arthur, Dudley Moore's Arthur.
Yeah.
So, but I didn't think it was bad at all.
Yeah.
He was a good choice.
I like getting to the Greek.
He is this.
I do too.
Stroke the furry walls.
Man, Puff Daddy was really funny in that movie.
Yeah.
Was what was it? It's Biggest Loser Time. It's Biggest Loser Time. It's Daddy's favorite show.
Non-stop dinosaurs for me. Non-stop. It's to the point where it's like I feel like maybe like 75% of my day when I was 6 and 7 was actually pretending to be a dinosaur. To the point where it's like I feel like my parents were like, our child is either gifted or special ed, and we can't tell which it is.
So you were Glenn Barron as a kid.
There is a thin.
Yeah, no,
line.
I was walking that line. I've walked that line for a long time.
Please be gifted. Please be gifted.
Because what is Malcolm in the Middle when Dewey goes to the special class and the kid who can't get off his motorcycle? So no matter
haven't
what,
seen this.
oh man, that's his tick. No matter what, he keeps his hands up, and whenever he stands up, never gets off his motorcycle.
Yeah, well, it's essentially like Yeah, as a kid, have you seen the episode of The Simpsons, season 1, where it's like Bart switches out, he writes his name on Martin's paper, and Bart, like, they call him in because, like, Martin's test scores are through the roof, so they think it's Bart, and they call him in, and like, your test scores are amazing. Let me ask you, are you bored in class? And Bart's like, yeah. Oh, well, they stamp it like he sent the gifted class. So, like, that's pretty much.
I do remember that. God,
pretty much how I felt throughout my childhood. Are you bored in class? Yeah. Well, we're not sure if it's because you're really dumb or pretty smart. So,
isn't that the one where they have him sitting on, where he goes to the school and they have him sitting on like bean bags or something, and you can't get it? Yeah, I do remember that. That is awesome.
So I remember pretending to be a dinosaur, every day. Like, every fucking day. I remember pretending to be a dinosaur. And I remember one point in time specifically, I'm in first grade. I'm at the water fountain. We had some twins in my class, and they were goofing around at the water fountain. And I remember I was thirsty, and I remember I need to get to this water fountain, and I need to do it, I guess, with like the maximum weird conflict that I possibly can do. So I pretended to be a dinosaur, and I attacked one of the girls. It bit her several times.
How old were you?
Probably 7.
Awesome.
Probably 7 years old.
It was the Mako energy at work.
Yeah, probably. It was, I couldn't handle it. Oh. So I bit the shit out of this girl. It's like one of the times that one of the few times I remember like legitimately getting in trouble in school.
Yeah.
My parents got called.
Yeah,
and
that happens.
I remember going home.
Biting's bad.
Yeah.
Well, you were 7.
That was the thing. I was 7 and I was a dinosaur.
And 20.
Yeah.
I bit a 7-year-old girl at an elementary school 8 years ago.
Well, I accused the kid of sodomizing me, so we just do shit in elementary school.
The weird things we do.
I don't have anything like that for once.
Kids say the darndest things, don't they? What's up, Ian?
Oh, a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that thing. I've solidified myself as being old. Because I got to talk about it every time I'm on here. For some reason, I got to bring it up. Everybody knows I'm old. I don't know why I keep talking about it like that. But I have now a grandson. So
congratulations.
I am a grandfather. So now the Wizened Sage and all that stuff, it all fits now. It's all appropriate. I don't think I look like one.
You don't.
No.
You don't.
Little Cohen, it's Gage's son, and I'm not going to go on about him. But
he is named after the Coen brothers.
He is
right?
named after the Coen brothers. Gage is a huge fan, as am I.
I fucking love that.
And my name is Pappy. We're going to be calling me Pappy. And Tanya's name is Grams. So
Pappy and Grams?
Pappy and Grams. It started out at Grandaw, but it didn't fit me. And a buddy of mine was like, he says, what are you going to be called? And I'm like, I'm going to be called Grandaw. He's like, oh, that's okay, but...
I've never heard that before.
He said it's kind of a Scottish thing. We have it's our heritage. My mom's side of the family, Scottish. But buddy of mine is like, Grandaw's okay, but I really like Pappy for you. And a light bulb. I was like, yep, that's what it's gonna be.
Put some stank on it, like Pappy.
Yeah, Pappy.
Pappy.
Pappy. Now when Cohen begins to speak, he can call me whatever he wants, and that will stick. Funny story, when Gage was very little, he of course spent a lot of time with my parents. They babysat while we worked. And one day my dad was at home with Gage by himself. Gage was in his high chair having his snacks or whatever, and Dad goes in the other room to get something, and Gage dropped his sippy cup off of the high chair or whatever, and Dad from the other room starts hearing, Terry? Terry? My dad's name is Terry.
Okay.
And my mother...
That's when we met Terry for the first time. Turns out he'd lived in my dad's house for years. We never knew.
Yeah. My mother called, of course, Dad Terry all the time. That's his name. So you call him Terry. So Gage had heard her calling him Terry and started calling him Terry. And to this day, he's Terry.
Nice.
To both my kids. So that's that. Now, I have one more small thing I want to bring up. I know how to solve your listener problem.
Oh, yeah, you teased us the other day. What's up?
So we do have a listener problem.
I feel like you need more listeners, and I feel like we
don't do this for a living. We have a listener problem.
Yeah.
You need to be at the top of the iTunes charts every week. You need to be getting those reviews. You need to be getting it. I love listening to this show.
American Life needs to chill the fuck out.
I know, right?
I know, right?
Back off. You have the radio, motherfucker. Just be fucking grateful that you got that. Leave everything else for us guys in
freakonomics
in Kentucky.
back off.
Dave and I had a brief discussion yesterday about how we feel that podcasts have been sort of celebritized in what we otherwise would think of as sort of pirate radio, what pirate radio used to be.
Yeah. Podcasts
it's the independent film of listening media, I guess, audio media. I don't know what to call it. But here's the thing. I broke away from TADPOG for just a little while because I got on a bender of listening to another podcast called My Favorite Murder.
It's a good show. You turned me on to.
I did, and I
forgive you for cheating.
I'm not. Thank you. I'm not plugging it, but I guess I kind of am, and I'm only going to skyrocket their popularity further, I guess. But here's the thing.
A good show.
It is a good show, and what it is two girls sitting around talking about true crime.
It's a great show,
and because they've been obsessed with true crime their whole lives, and they've always wanted to have sort of a vehicle to discuss it, and they're really crude. They use foul language. It is TADPOG.
A girl that curses
It is female TADPOG. It is female TADPOG, and it is about true crime. The reason that show appealed to me the way that it did was because it reminded me of listening to TADPOG. It is essentially the same thing. They go and sit and talk about nothing for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then they get into the subject, and they each pick a true crime that they want to talk about, and then they'll summarize it. And
they're wrong a lot and don't give a shit.
Then they're wrong a lot, and they admit it. And they say we do not fact check. We want you to tell us when we're wrong. We're okay. I know Nicole listens to the show, and she probably picks it to pieces. So does my wife, Tanya. She does the same thing. But here's the thing. They started off like you guys did, just sitting at home. They still do it in one of their apartments, and they just have a soundboard, and they do have a sound guy, but I think it's because they don't do technical. They just do their show, and they have a guy running their soundboard. But
that's a common thing I'm finding.
It is.
Because I know
having a sound engineer is not a bad idea.
Yeah.
If you've got someone that can tweak things and filter out stuff. But anyway, they do their thing, and they just started off and one of the girls is somewhat famous. She's on some do-it-yourself network shows or something. It's sort of like C-list type thing. Mm-hmm. She's on TV.
Yeah,
from time to time. I think they're both comedians. I know one of them is. Anyway, it's Karen Kilgariff and Georgia Hardstark are the hosts of this show, and they're really funny. It's engaging. It's a very engaging show, and it is exactly like listening to TADPOG, except about true crime. And the one thing that they were able to do differently, they got the attention of the Cracked podcast, and they did an interview with
Jack O'Brien.
Thank you, Jack O'Brien, and they went through the roof. They went from having probably 1,000 listeners to easily 50,000 listeners in the space of 6 months. They made it to the top of the iTunes charts. They were in the banner on the iTunes store at one point. They are a huge fucking deal now. And I implore the TADPOG Nation, we need to get you guys an interview.
Tweet at Cracked Podcast.
We need to get Cracked's attention. It may not work. I don't know. The video game thing obviously may not appeal to everyone.
Yeah.
But the show is great, and I think it has a much broader appeal than just video game fanatics. And I am calling it out. I am calling it out. Somebody out there we've got to be able to get through to Cracked to call you guys up and do an interview. And I'm telling you, if you do one interview with Cracked, it will change your life.
Oh, no, I know it would. That would be amazing.
Absolutely.
So that is my plan. That is my plan for this administration.
Okay.
This election year.
Yeah. If you're elected.
If I'm elected, I implore the TADPOG Nation.
I'd vote for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Awesome. What was the format of the interview? Was it an episode of their podcast that it was on, or was it just an article on the site?
No, it was a Cracked podcast
episode.
They did did an actual interview with him. Of course, now they're in LA, so I think they were able to sit in and talk to him. But I know they've done phone interviews before.
They have with experts and stuff. I mean, I feel like we're lacking in the
It's an
expert
expert
category.
in our our
they.
own dicks.
Yeah.
So are they.
They
and
are,
that's the
yeah.
thing.
But I mean,
Listen, I refuse
Yeah.
to let you sell yourself short here because I am a third party. I'm not biased. I'm really not. If I didn't like the show, I wouldn't be a part of it.
Yeah.
As much as I try to be. And I tell people about it. I love it. But I want everyone in the TADPOG Nation, let's do what we can. Let's get Crack's attention. I just want to see if we can get an interview with Tyler and Dave. If it happens, you guys, it's gonna change everything. I don't think the show will change. I think that
it's going to be like Wayne's
you're going to be up there.
The show's definitely going to change.
Exactly. And I know there are millions of other podcasts out there.
There's a lot.
A lot of people out there struggling, working hard. I love it. I love that genre. I love that thing that this podcast has actually turned me on to. It's this generation's radio. I want you guys to get famous.
And as far as podcast goes,
bad.
as far as like the full spectrum of ultimate success to ultimate failure, like we do solid.
We're okay, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I feel like in the grade that we're in, we do well.
Yeah,
like
for non-celebrity, non-network,
right. I mean, we're
absolutely
operating in a
do.
blanket fort. We do okay.
listener supported.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's great. That's where we do better for ourselves than a lot of shows that I think are equal quality.
Absolutely. And you are dedicated. It is without fail thus far, twice a week for 4 years.
Almost. Yeah.
Because when did we start incorporating other shit Monday?
In the first year.
In the first year?
They started a Facebook page, and you can hear this chronology when you start listening to the show.
My Favorite Murder did.
Yes, My Favorite Murder. They started a Facebook page, and the first week they had 1,000 members. By episode 25, I believe it is, they had 36,000 Facebook followers. That is the population of some of the cities in this part of the state.
I'd be happy with 500.
Right?
Like 500 decibel 00.
Again, I understand it's a long shot.
No, I'm all for it. Let's do it.
But I want
Let's do it.
I want something to go.
I'm ready.
Trending hashtag TADPOG on cracked or something. Wait,
I don't even.
sounds weird.
You mentioned you want us to be famous. Like I don't even want that. I just want TADPOG to be my job. That's all I want.
That is what I want for
I
you,
don't
too.
care if anybody knows who I am. I just want to be able to do this. I just want to do TADPOG.
I know you do.
That's it.
And I want that for you. And I want to work here too. No, but I do.
Yeah.
But I want that to be you guys' thing.
Sound engineer, okay.
And
You're on.
Do it. Let's everybody call cracked. Write them. Tweet at them. Do something. Let's get their attention.
Long form letters.
Let's ask these guys to just do a short interview with you, and let's see what happens. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. At least we tried, but I'm telling you, I think it'll work. Now, I've said what I have to say.
That would be like other world. Oh my god, amazing.
That would be.
Yes,
Yeah.
it would.
That would be as if the outer world and the Earth realm were merging at the same
as if the
time.
portals, regardless of breaking the rules,
Yeah.
that just opened.
Yeah.
And also, just so you know that I think about this kind of thing. That's what it means to me. I think about this when I'm not here. I think about it when I'm at home. I want to do my part. I want to see this show succeed.
You and Jacob both are like that.
Yeah,
And it's awesome.
it is true.
You
It's
haven't
very awesome.
failed by any means, but I want to see you guys. I want to see TADPOG out there as a thing. I want you guys earning money doing what you love. I want that. I want that for everyone, and I know that this is something that could definitely happen.
Yeah.
We need
good at what you
people
do.
like you and Jacob because I am very bad at promoting the show. Tyler, I assume you're also bad at
Yep. Yep.
it. Because whenever we're together, even like at Dragon Con, it's like, we should probably give that person a card.
Oh, did you
Let's
forget
not.
yours?
You're the
Yeah,
talent.
damn it.
You're not supposed to do that stuff. You're supposed to have people doing that for you. Mixing your sound, handing out business cards, setting up interviews and meetings. You need that stuff. You're the talent. You do it. You have a vision. Then you get people like Jacob and hopefully maybe me someday to help you with that. I want to help.
Yeah.
And I know there's a lot of other people out there that also do.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
get it out there, guys.
We have a lot of people who help promote right now.
And again, I say this every time, and I mean it. I have absolutely no horse in this race. I want you guys to please, 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 if you're not already, send these fellas $1 a month. Just give them $1. It's worth it. They work very hard, and they deserve it. They have not paid me at all to say that. I promise.
You pay
No,
us.
just in McFlurries.
And just in McFlurries and visits to
Fantasy World.
apparently. Wait, I'm paying for that. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Well, thanks, Ian. That's very
You're
Thank
welcome.
you, yeah.
And I know that every time I'm on here, I say something like that. I don't feel like I need to because I know your listeners already know how good you are, but I say it anyway.
No, it's
very important to me.
It's humbling to hear. It really
Yeah,
is.
it is, yeah.
It's really
Yeah.
it's nice to hear.
Okay,
It really is.
I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm not
No,
sorry,
don't be.
Don't be
I
sorry.
hogged the mic tonight. I hogged the mic
Sorry, no,
tonight.
sorry.
Speaking of you guys being the talent, I haven't shut up for the last fucking hour.
Oh, Dave, do you hear that?
I do hear that. It sounds like the screams of children at water fountains trying to innocently take a drink, which of course ushers in a segment that we like to call Dave Reads Some Wikipedia. Just kidding. I'm actually going to play an episode of My Favorite Murder right now. So see you guys next week. Enjoy the next 40 minutes.
As long as after that we can squeeze in an episode of dinosaurs. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that
Sinclair?
dinosaur with an exclamation point on the end of it?
the old the cartoon
Oh.
that was like Family Matters,
Got
but with
it.
dinosaurs.
It wasn't a cartoon. It was creepier.
Yeah, it was
than
creepier.
that.
Yeah, it was not a cartoon.
Puppetry.
Puppets. Yeah.
With their big old eyeballs rolling around their heads, like fucking showbiz going awry.
Oh man, dinosaurs is what Family Matters would have been. Was Chrono Trigger real life and the lizard people taken over, and then
The reptiles.
yeah, the reptiles. Thank you.
Or one of Homer Simpson's alternate realities when he was messing with the toaster. The only thing that's changed in the entire universe is Family Matters with dinosaurs.
Okay, guys. Primal Rage is a versus fighting game developed and released by Atari Games to arcades in 1994. The game takes place in a post-apocalyptic version of Urth called Urth. It's spelled with a U. It's U-R-T-H, yeah. Urth.
Earth.
I was hoping it was you put an F on the end.
Welcome to Urth.
Welcome to Earth.
He does not say
know,
Urth.
he doesn't.
But I wish that he did. Because, like, it's weird because, like, in my head, he always said Urth. But, like, going back and watching
It's
that movie,
not.
it's clearly Urth.
It is Urth.
It's clearly Urth. Players control one of 7 large beasts that battle each other to determine the fate of the planet. Matches feature many of the conventions of fighting games from the era, including special moves and gory finishing maneuvers. Various ports were released for home consoles and personal computers. Efforts to perfectly emulate the arcade original have been unsuccessful due to an unusual copy protection method that developers used. I didn't know that. That's a bummer.
Hey, neither.
Toys, comics, a novel, Primal Rage: The Avatars,
Wow.
by John Vornholt, and other merchandise tie-ins were also produced. So, first Tadpog book club is going to be Primal Rage: The Avatars.
What was the year again? Can you tell me that again?
The game or the book?
The game.
1994.
Okay, thank you.
That is it. That is a brief description of the game. I can give you the storyline if you. I think we need to get into the storyline because this is something that the Genesis game does not even begin to tell us. A massive meteor strike has devastated the planet Earth. Human civilization comes to an end in the ensuing cataclysms, and humanity is regressed into tribes of Stone Age dwellers.
That happens.
Yeah, primordial. This happens. This is what happens after The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Primordial rainforests cover the land, and the continental landmass has shifted into the shape of a fire-breathing dinosaur skull. That's the continents of the world now look like a T-Rex head.
Yeah.
The planet is now primitively referred to as Urth by the survivors of the cataclysms.
Earth.
7 fearsome creatures emerge from their slumber deep within the Earth's crust.
So they pulled a fucking War of the Worlds on us.
Absolutely. They become worshipped as gods by the humans who form segregated clans beneath the ones they follow.
Well, there's the problem right there. It's segregation, people.
I know.
We can't have that. I thought we learned our lesson.
It's apartheid all over again.
Dinosaur Jim Crow.
Dinosaur Jim Crow.
Where's John Turley when you need him?
The beasts themselves are divided. The beasts themselves are divided between, they can't even agree, between those who wish to keep peace on Earth and those who attempt to plunge the world into further chaos for their own benefit.
You know what, Dave?
Yes.
Some people
Yeah.
just like to
They
watch
just
the
want to
world
watch
burn.
burn. It is true.
Saying.
So says the Joker beast. These creatures have otherworldly supernatural abilities. Wait, all of a sudden there's a random sentence that says the Primal Rage trading cards that were distributed along with the toy line presented each creature as a god of an aspect of nature, as in life and death, fire and ice. There are 4 of the good, virtuous gods and 3 evil, destructive gods. The character Sauron, he's the T-Rex looking fella.
The yellow one?
The yellow fella.
A play on dinosaur, but clearly a copyright infringement.
Sauron?
Sauron.
Oh boy, wait till we get it. There is not an original character in this game.
Okay.
So Sauron is the god of hunger. Okay.
Because hunger needs a god.
Is marked as a quote-unquote virtuous beast, despite the fact that his in-game ending displays an image of him devouring humans.
So
He's just a
not
hungry boy.
He is.
He's just a hungry boy.
My mouth
you
is
know.
heaven. Come on. No, I'm totally good. Good God. Sending you to heaven.
But it's benevolent. It really, truly is.
It's a chaste hunger. It's a chaste feeding.
Then I guess his evil counterpart is Diablo then, the red T-Rex.
Diablo is his palette swap.
Yeah.
Who is a guy, I guess the god of fire.
Yeah.
Makes sense. But he's definitely evil because his name is Diablo.
Yep.
Which is also the devil
Devil.
in Spanish, right?
Devil.
Devil.
It,
The
it
devil.
was devil, but much like the word earth.
Right.
It's changed.
He's the devil.
He's the devil.
I don't think I'd ever played a port of this before. I just played the arcade game.
I've never played it. I thought I had.
Period?
I never played it at all. I missed the whole hype of this thing. I was just out of high school when it came out, probably 2 or 3 years out of high school. But I never, and I was all about the arcade then, but I never played this one.
Yeah.
Never did.
Well, this one always got my attention because it starts out, Primal Rage shows up on the
Yeah,
screen,
yeah.
and then you hear, and then like bird or monkey, whatever the fuck it is, will like call me from across the arcade because it'll be like, oh, there must be some kind of prehistoric related game that I need to go play.
Did you hear the opening music on the Genesis with what passes for crickets?
Yes.
It was some beeping noise, and I couldn't figure out what it was supposed to be at first. I thought it was something in my house beeping. The headphones.
The port's not good.
No,
it's not a good
it's
port. I
awful.
don't think it's a good port.
It's awful. Now, well, and having heard you talk about the arcade version, I'd like to be able to play it, but
I haven't played it in a long time. I know Flashback Arcade has it, but I haven't played the arcade version probably since middle school. The Genesis port I don't think is very good. I had to switch it to 6-button mode because playing fighting games on the Genesis really sucks when you have the 3-button Genesis controller.
It does. Because don't you have to like hold mode down or something, or
Yeah, you have to hold like mode. Start is one of like your attacks. So it's like you have start ABC. So it's like impossible to do like any move that involves the start button is impossible because the way the controls are set up. I've never played another fighting game like Primal Rage in that there are special moves, and you do input commands to perform these special moves, but every single special move involves you holding down multiple buttons and then
going in a weird directional pattern.
Yeah, you have to do a weird directional
It's
input.
really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's like you have to almost have to lay the gamepad down on the table to be able to hold like button 1 and 4 together and then do the motion to get any move off. I bet I pulled off 2 or 3 in the couple of hours I played this game. I could not get it to work.
I didn't even fuck with special moves. This was a straight up button masher for me.
Button mashing,
100%.
Well, what I think is like the biggest bummer for me is that's probably the best way to play this game because I streamed this game today for about 4 hours where I played through every character and tried to do as many of the finishers as I could. Tried to honestly just complete the game. And what I found was I could pull off special moves, but much better just mashing buttons. Like I mean, like
absolutely.
like just doing like just fundamentals, like just being straight up Larry Bird. I assume he was big in fundamentals. I don't know.
It's gotta be.
Like that is the best way to get to this game.
Well, and you could walk up to something and hit the quick attack. If you did it just right, you could hit the quick high attack. Beep, 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 beep,
like
beep,
4
beep, beep,
times,
beep,
yeah.
beep, beep,
Yeah.
and just kill them. Or also the classic
Fucking Vertigo.
I know. Thank you.
The classic not good at Mortal Kombat's tactic, which is jumping and kick, jump and kick, jump and kick, jump and kick. You can do that in this too, and I found myself doing exactly that. Just whatever cheap tactic I could use to just beat my way out of this one.
So, Tyler, I know you said that Blizzard was your main.
Yep.
Ian, being completely new to the game, where did you land?
I ended up playing Diablo pretty much every time. Yeah. I didn't like any of the monkey characters.
I
couldn't control them right.
I hate the fact that they're in the game.
I did like the one. What was the one?
I guess they reminded me more of Street Fighter characters than the dinosaurs did.
Yeah.
And I was probably attracted to them. It's probably why I was attracted to monkeys.
Yeah.
They reminded me of boys.
Yeah.
So I was attracted to the monkeys.
Oh no, honestly, I think Blizzard is like one of the best characters in the game.
What was the dude with? What was the dinosaur that had the spiked tail?
That is Armadon.
I kind of liked him.
He is
okay.
essentially Atari was like, man, we need a Blanca. And they're like, yeah, we do need a Blanca.
Okay.
How about this guy named Armadon? Who does straight up look like he looks like a kaiju. He really does. Like I'm not super familiar with those movies, but like I can almost guarantee you we could find one that looks exactly like Armadon. But he has that. You know how Blanca's got the spin move where he flies horizontally across the screen.
He's got the bite.
He's got the
I
bite.
didn't even make that connection, but he latches on and bites just like Blanca does.
And then Blanca also has the move where he crouches down and electrifies.
Yes.
Armadon does the same thing, but instead of electrifying, spikes stick out of his body.
That's crazy. I did not make that connection.
And one of Armadon's finishers is to electrocute his opponent. So for all intents and purposes, Armadon is Blanca in Primal Rage.
Okay,
I didn't know
see
it
that
was
now. I did not catch that.
I didn't know it was intents and purposes for such a long time. I just
Were you
thought
like
it was
me and thought it was intensive purposes?
Yeah.
No, I learned that probably in my 30s. Yeah. So I was not very good with Armadon. I was actually best with Blizzard, even though I didn't like him. Blizzard is essentially Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero, and I feel like Diablo was sort of Scorpion.
Yeah.
No, I take that back. I think he probably was more of a Liu Kang.
It's
With
weird.
the fireballs.
Yeah, he's all about projectiles. He's got a teleport, though.
Oh, but he has the one move, the Scorpion thing, when I said that, is because he's got the one move where he shoots fire at the ground.
Yeah, the flamethrower.
Yeah, Scorpion has that move too. So that's what kind of got me stuck on that.
I thought he was more like a Dhalsim.
Okay, I could see that.
Because he's got the teleport, and he's got like Yoga Fire, Yoga Flame.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's really hard. It was really hard for me to find like an original character in the game.
Little original about it. Yeah.
Sauron is a yellow T-Rex.
Yep.
He has a sonic roar. He has a sonic shield. His palette swap is Diablo, the red Tyrannosaurus. There's Blizzard. His counterpart is Chaos. Blizzard is a blue gorilla, and Chaos is an orange gorilla. An orange and green gorilla, I guess. And his whole thing is farting.
Right.
That's his big
Gotta
thing.
have that.
It's farting.
That brings in the kids.
Something for the kids, yeah.
So he's the Wario of Primal Rage. And then there's Vertigo. And Vertigo is, I think we can all agree, a big blue snake. Bless you.
Sorry.
A big blue snake with arms and legs.
He's the fucking worst.
And Talon, who is just straight up a velociraptor.
Yeah. Quick.
Is that it? Did we get them all?
Did you say Armadon that time?
Yeah, and Armadon. Armadon.
Yeah, because there's 7.
I think you got them.
There's in a fighting game, there's always one character that I just cannot stand. I hate it every time I have to fight them. I don't like their design. I don't like their moves. They drive me crazy. And in this one, it was absolutely Vertigo. I hated Vertigo. Because I'll never forget how much I dislike Vertigo in this game. Much like it's in the same tier as Soul Calibur. I hate the character Valdo. Like both of those always stand out to me as just like
Which one's
things
Valdo?
I hate. He is like the Edward Scissorhands type.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I didn't mind him, but I know where you're coming from.
So what is it specifically about Vertigo that you don't like?
I think it was just that the speed bite is what really turned me off to him. And he has like projectile acid as well.
Yeah, he spits venom.
Yeah, he was frustratingly hard and just sort of annoying. And if I tried to play him, I was just awful. So, yeah, it just pissed me off. It's like if you're that good, if you're that hard, shouldn't I be able to do anything with you as opposed to you being just so shitty?
When there's a stun meter in the game, which there is a stun meter like in Street Fighter, but it's hidden.
Yeah.
Where you take so much damage,
You spin around. You're not
you get
dead,
dizzy.
but you're stunned.
Yeah. Touch fuzzy, get dizzy.
And it's a brain stem in this.
I really enjoyed that
There
reference.
you go. It's a brain stem in Primal Rage. It's an actual meter that you see.
Yeah.
So it's really frustrating because like Vertigo
Takes up too much
can
room.
do like 4 quick attacks and stun you just like that.
Yep.
Do you want to know what all the dinosaurs are gods of?
Yes, of course I do.
All right. Armadon.
Can we guess?
Yes.
Can we make it a game?
Yeah.
Armadon is probably like defense or protection
Yeah. Yes.
or ho-hos.
Yeah, fuck, I don't know. Sure.
The god of
Ho-hos.
life.
Of life?
Life.
Whatever.
Okay.
Blizzard.
Thanks, trading cards. Blizzard?
Blizzard.
God of
Gotta be ice,
Ice,
right?
yeah.
Blizzard is also the main protagonist of the game.
So he is the Ryu
Yep.
of Primal
Yep.
Rage. Ugh.
He was frozen in a glacier for millennia and released by a meteor.
Captain America.
Right?
He's an ape at a time.
Any guesses?
Oh, I say ice. Ice.
For Blizzard?
Blizzard?
Good and virtue.
Whatever.
Okay.
And then Sauron, god of hunger.
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 Hungry boy.
Gotta have a god of hunger.
And Sauron is quote unquote the anti-hero of the group.
Really?
Yep.
I guess because he eats.
'Cause let's see. He's the strongest but the slowest. He's immortal, but it only lasts while he devours human flesh and suffers from an insatiable appetite. In spite of this, he is not evil, but an anti-hero of the group.
Wow.
Yeah, most anti-heroes eat
Yeah.
people.
Dahmer, for example.
Yeah, I was rooting for him.
Weren't we all?
Talon.
Talon, the Velociraptor, is probably like a god of speed.
I'm gonna guess
That's probably not.
I'm gonna guess he's a god of apathy, which is what I am right now.
Check your privilege. I believe Talon is a female.
Oh, excuse me. I was gender assuming. And I'm so sorry.
It does say patriarch in the description.
Really?
He's a male.
So he is apathetic.
Fuck.
It's the god of survival.
Survival.
Okay. The opposite of apathy. He's surviving. Yeah.
I don't know. Depends.
Also, the
Actually,
only
fine.
character in the game who does not have a projectile attack.
Well, that sucks.
Okay, those are all the good gods. So
Okay.
The destructive beasts. What do you think chaos is?
Death. No, chaos.
Chaos. Yeah, it would
God
make
of
sense
chaos.
if Chaos was the god of chaos.
Chaos. He is the god of order.
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say disease,
Both, you're both pretty close. Decay.
decay. All right.
Okay. Chaos, the god of decay, the second of the 8 beasts.
Uh-huh.
Chaos was formerly a scientist and witch doctor.
Always
Wait.
formerly
This is in the Bible, right?
Formerly a scientist and witch doctor, transformed into his current state by an accident and forcibly imprisoned in his own filth for eons.
Oh my god, this is he's a super villain.
Among the evil gods, Chaos is known as the crudest and nastiest of them all, with moves like Fart of Fury,
Right.
Power Puke,
Yeah.
and his Golden Shower Fatality.
I know his finishers are very hard to pull off, but yeah, he pees on his enemy.
Oh my fucking god. That is
Where Chaos, dissolves
That
the
is for
flesh
the
of his
kids.
victim with a
That's
jet
for
of
the kids.
acidic urine.
and the urine fetishes.
Was deemed so disgusting the game was pulled from the market and replaced with a version of this fatality censored.
I didn't know that. It's great.
The fact that they actually called it the golden shower just strikes me as pretty avant-garde. That's what I'm going to call it.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and tell you, Diablo is not the god of fire.
He's not fire.
So what else would you guess?
He's just evil, just the god of evil.
God of bad.
God of evil and destruction.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So that
And
leaves Vertigo.
Vertigo.
Vertigo's an evil god, huh? Vertigo's like a witch doctor kind of like character. So like he's like got hypno rays and he's got like a whip tail.
The god of falling elevators.
Vertigo, actually a female, the only female of the group.
Didn't you just correct me on that, or was
No, that was on Talon.
Oh, yeah.
I got my dinosaur genders mixed up.
Triggered.
Check your privilege, dude.
I know.
Gender assumer.
Vertigo, deception, god of deception.
God
So,
of, I'm going to
deceit.
say God of the sky.
Insanity.
What these names don't really fit.
Vertigo's a disorder.
Well, okay.
The game's plot states that her imprisonment on the moon forced the other beasts in suspended animation until the meteor impact.
Always with the moon prisons.
I know. You know, I miss a good moon prison.
Right?
I feel like maybe in the next election, we're going to hear about moon prisons.
Not only are we going back to the moon,
right.
we're building a prison
there.
Yeah, so just looking at the wiki for more, doesn't look like anything's particularly. Oh man, so many ports.
Yeah.
So many
This game
ports.
came out on a lot of systems.
PlayStation, 3DO, Sega 32X, Jaguar, Sega Saturn, Amiga, Mega Drive, and Genesis, Super Nintendo, Game Gear, Game Boy, and PC CD-ROM. And then the arcade version was on Midway Classics for PS2, Xbox, GameCube.
GameCube.
Damn.
A pirated port has been released on the Master System and only has 3 playable characters, Chaos, Blizzard, and Sauron.
So I think they were going for quantity over quality then.
Yeah.
We're just going to try to sell as many as we can to every system owner on the planet, and then maybe we'll break even. This was a Time Warner thing.
It was a Time Warner thing.
And Probe.
Yeah, Probe, of course, from Mortal Kombat. So
Yeah.
I assume that Probe did like the model work and the still animation stuff like that.
It didn't look as good as Mortal Kombat, even for the Genesis.
Yeah, I don't know. Going back to Mortal Kombat,
It looked bad.
Mortal Kombat looks pretty bad.
So I shouldn't go back to it.
No, I
have
mean,
fond
you go
memories.
back to it, but I mean, it doesn't look as good as I remembered.
Okay.
That's for sure.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess that's probably always going to be the case.
And I mean, the Genesis port of Primal Rage looks like dog shit. But it's
bad.
It's a
bad.
port.
Yeah.
So I mean, there is that. I mean, I remember Mortal Kombat for the Genesis like not looking great.
But it had the violence, so
Right.
You know.
Mortal Kombat 2 is the only like port where I've been like, okay, this is pretty spot on.
Yeah.
Everything else is like any port of an arcade game is I think just been so shitty.
The people in the background, the followers, look
Yeah.
like a square on top of a rectangle, on top of 2 little rectangles for legs.
The Moonanites.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they look like essentially. Like the
And they
rest
just-
of the game is 16-bit, but the followers are like fucking Atari
Absolutely.
7600. Yeah.
Absolutely Atari going on back there.
You can eat them. You have to input a very difficult. I found them to be a very difficult input in order to eat your followers. I think you can eat your opponent's followers as well. I think you regain health.
Regain
from
health.
Doing that.
Yep.
But it isn't involved. Like you have to hit all 4 buttons, and then like each character. It's not like a universal move. Each character has a different move where you hold down all 4 buttons, and then you go up, down, up, and then eat the follower. Not only that, the follower has to be in like the arena. Like
Yeah.
you don't just like pluck one out of the background.
Yeah.
They have to like be, sometimes when you're fighting, one gets knocked in and they're
They
like,
kinda walk
"Ah!"
up. Yeah.
Yeah, that's when you have to eat it like in that split second.
What? And after putting in that code.
Right.
What?
Because then there's the mini game to where they're jumping, like they're sacrificing themselves to you in a mini game before the final battle.
I guess Phil was watching me on the stream and he told me about that. That did not happen in my game. So I do not know if that's an arcade only thing that didn't make it to the Genesis or if I didn't do something that I was supposed to do. Maybe because I bumped the difficulty down because I was getting, once I played with all the characters, I was like, I want to finish this game. So let me bump it down from 10 to 7. By the way, the difficulty scale goes from 1 to 16.
Oh my God.
That's a very weird fucking scale to like.
And it's hard on like 10. It's hard.
Yeah, the default settings really, I thought, tough.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't get I can't remember what it's called, the Frenzy Feast or whatever you call it.
That was the fun part of the game in the arcade. That'd be like, yeah, all right, let's fucking eat people.
And see, I don't remember that from the arcade, so I'm gonna have to like watch a video to like remember that.
Because they're like bowing, they're all around you, like bowing down and jumping up on like, I don't want to say a trampoline, but I remember them like jumping so you can in range and start eating them and regain your health for the final battle.
What is the final battle? Do you remember? Because in the Genesis game, I just did a mirror match and then it's over. The game was over.
Yeah, there's no like god at the end. So I believe it's just you beat all 7 and you're
That's it.
king shit of Fuck Mountain. So
Right. Okay, so it sounds like we didn't like this game a lot. Is that fair to say?
I did not care for it. I don't mind the concept, and I think maybe the arcade version was probably awesome at the time, and everybody. This is why they wanted to make it into such a big deal and put it out on all these consoles. 'Cause, like, we're gonna get them. We're gonna get all their money.
I love these dinosaurs.
All the monies. But
They were cashing in on Jurassic Park a bit.
They were.
That's why I have Velociraptors in the game. Like, it has to be.
Yeah, and the port was bad. The Genesis was bad. The music was bad. The controls were hard to use. There's just a lot of things wrong with it. I think I probably had I bought this, if I was a fan, and I had bought this for home, like, oh sweet, Primal Rage finally come to home console, and I bought this, I'd be pretty pissed off.
Yeah. I mean, it has novelty for, you being god dinosaurs. But beyond that, I'm not crazy about Mortal Kombat. So I'm really not crazy about not as good Mortal Kombat.
Right.
I'd like to see it remade. That's not a joke. I'd love to see it remade.
I think, if they could go to like the extent of doing it the way that they've remade recent Mortal Kombat.
Right. That's what I mean. Yeah.
I really enjoy those games because they're very, to me, and I like the series, I like the brand. And I like the combat. I like that kind of. It's same with
a K.
What's the superheroes one? The DC superheroes one?
Injustice.
It's built in the same engine, Mortal Kombat, the new Mortal Kombat, and it's actually done by the same exact people.
I've heard good things about that
it's
game.
It's a fun game. It's fun, but I think I agree with you. If they made a game like that of Primal Rage, I would be very.
I would check it out.
I think it would be a lot of fun.
I liked this game. I liked Primal Rage, and I don't want to say that it's because of nostalgia glasses. There's a bit of that. But I like Primal Rage despite its flaws because of its concept.
Okay.
But I've always been drawn to fighting games.
Despite all its age, I'm a fan of Primal Rage.
Yes.
There you go. There you go.
Yes, Ian shakes his head.
You like that?
I did, actually.
Despite its long age, I am still just a fan of Primal Rage.
Please continue.
That's all I know.
No, my thought.
That's it. Sorry. Sorry.
Sorry.
We're gonna get sued by Billy Corgan. You know that? That's his name, right?
Sure.
Yep. It sure is.
If we don't know whose copyright we're violating, it
No,
doesn't
we have
count.
no idea. We have no idea. That's parody law. It's fine. It's not a big deal.
It would be protected under parody law.
I know.
Yeah.
Despite its flaws, I think it's a fun concept, and I'm drawn to fighting games. I always have been. And I'm drawn to wacky fighting games, and this is a wacky fighting
Well, are
game.
you speaking, though, towards Primal Rage as a game or Primal Rage on specifically the Genesis?
Both.
You enjoyed it.
I mean, I played it for 4 hours.
Yeah, I was going to
That's
say,
a lot.
putting that
That's a
much
long
into,
time.
Yeah, your
It
stream.
is.
And that's just on the stream. I also played it. I didn't stream the 2 hours I did before it.
Fucking maybe got 45 minutes before
I liked
just
it.
Gave up.
It's a bad game. I'm not going to argue. Like, the controls are bad. It sounds bad. It doesn't look good. But there's a weird fun element to it. Like, I believe GamePro called it a fun factor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they
With
did.
the different faces.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So-
I had forgotten all about that.
So I would give it the Atomic Warhead, which is a 5 on
Oh,
fun factor.
wow, okay.
Everything else I put it really low, but I don't know. I like games that go out on a limb and do weird shit.
It's okay. I'll judge you when I'm at home by myself.
No, you can judge me now. That's the fun of the podcast.
That's what we do. Just instant harsh judgment.
Yeah.
Judgment.
We're a lot like Sauron in that way. I think we could all agree.
When we really all need to be more like, what's that monkey? The good monkey?
Blizzard.
Blizzard, thank you.
Yeah.
I just can't keep up.
The god of good and virtue.
I love that, like, there's a developer you guys may have heard of called Blizzard. I don't know. Have you heard of these guys?
Is that with two Z's?
They've done a lot of they've done a lot of cool games.
Oh, the guy who did that small studio did Blackthorn.
Yeah,
Okay.
and Rock and Roll Racing, right? Yeah, look at what is that? An Overwatch shirt you're wearing today?
I own two
were watching
Overwatch shirts.
A Diva shirt.
I wore Diva
weren't you?
yesterday, and
Yeah.
I'm wearing my Zarya shirt today.
I need to maybe not get into Overwatch. I was about to say I need to get into it, but I don't need to fucking get into it.
I got John Turley playing it.
Well, that is a game that I'm never going to be good at, and I'm going to strive to be good at.
We'll
And
talk.
so, no.
We'll talk. You should. I'll stream it. I'll stream it on Twitch. You watch me play.
Okay.
Tell me what
You
think.
play I Get You on the Crack podcast. Boom.
Boom. We're done.
Boom.
What the fuck were we talking about? Oh, Blizzard.
You want to have
Blizzard.
Jekyll Brown ask you about your dick? Done. Boom.
Blizzard.
I would love it. Blizzard, I love that this is a game where you can play a character named Blizzard and fight another character named Diablo. It's like the only way you'll get better is if you also fought a dinosaur named Warcraft.
Right? It did not dawn on me. I didn't
didn't
make the
either.
connection, but that's awesome.
There's also an Alfred Hitchcock movie in it. Vertigo.
Vertigo, yeah.
There's also that weird X-Men villain also in it.
Yeah. Then there's Sauron, the X-Men villain. And
the
the
eye
villain of
from
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings, yeah.
The final boss of Final Fantasy 1, Chaos.
Chaos. Yeah. There's not an original character in this game. I'm not kidding. Like, there's not
They just didn't even try, did they?
No. And then the fact that a trading card is what was like, oh yeah, these are gods.
By the way,
Despite all of that, I like the game. I know it's like ridiculous, but I like the game. I like the fact that there's a game where you're a dinosaur and you get to fight. That's all it really boils down to.
okay.
I wish it had been done better.
Well, it was no Aladdin. I'll just say that.
Aladdin's a good game. Aladdin's a good game.
I played the shit out of that.
Genesis or Super Nintendo version?
It
Yeah.
was beautiful.
Yeah.
The graphics were amazing.
Yeah.
And I noticed,
Of course.
it's not on the fucking list.
It is not on the list.
Anyway, I don't want to.
It's one of the top-selling Genesis games.
I know. I bought
I think
one.
it's like 2 or 3, I think.
Yeah,
It's up
great.
there.
So I'm trying to find something for Armadon.
Oh, Armadon. Yeah, I don't know. I can't help you. Armadon might be the only original character in this game.
There'll be something that will come up. We'll think of something.
Is it a monster in Monster Hunter?
I don't know. Monster Hunter came out way after this, though.
Yeah. Oh, it even says in the wiki, this name may be referenced to the Primal Rage. Okay, well, never mind.
Right?
So the music, speaking of originality, did anyone else notice I can't remember the name of the stage. It's Sauron stage. I can't remember what it's called. It might be the Colosseum or something. Is essentially smoke on the water. Did anyone catch that?
No.
Because it's like in this it sounds like it's Genesis, so the music isn't super great. It's all like it all sounds like the music from the X-Men version of Genesis, where it's all like nee 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 nee. They're like I'm fighting on the stage, and all of a sudden I hear like it's this weird version of like Smoke on the Water, to where it's like they just changed Smoke on the Water just enough.
Just enough to dodge copyright.
Right, exactly, to get it in.
Like that Conan skit, Conan O'Brien, where he has the parodies of music that are just enough to avoid legal issues.
Played in a minor key.
Yeah.
Suddenly different.
Did you have any achievements?
Yeah, I had a couple. Phil helped me with a few in the stream. Do you have any?
I'll make some up.
So I should Ian, do you have any? Then I should definitely go first then. All right, let me pull them up. First achievement, Smoke on the Water. Who did, was that Fog Hat?
No.
It was Smoke on the Water.
I know the answer. Give me a minute.
I don't know.
Give me a minute. I'll
answer.
think of it, or I'll look it up.
All right, first achievement I've got is Harambe Flambe.
Oh, I had to work in a Harambe joke.
And in order to unlock Harambe Flambe, you need to be playing as Diablo and use his Incinerate finisher.
Deep purple.
On Deep Purple, thank you. You have to use Diablo's Incinerator finisher on Blizzard, because Blizzard is a gorilla who can take his followers and eat them. And the followers are like child size, because all these they're gods, so they're much taller than the humans. So you get it.
Which they failed to pull off in the Mortal Kombat movies, with Shao Kahn being the same size as everybody. So at least they have that.
Right.
Scale. They have scale.
It's a chibi Shao Kahn in Mortal Kombat Annihilation. I would watch a chibi anime of Mortal Kombat.
Very good.
Sign me the fuck up.
I know I was reading an article the other day that I think it was on Reddit that the NFL has had to ban, because you put your name, order a jersey, put your name on it. They finally had to ban people having Harambe jerseys.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, did you know? I saw this today. I want to play this for Wednesday. Pretty cool. Someone made a Harambe versus Capcom fighter.
Oh my God.
That actually looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. It's free. It's like 300 megabytes. So,
All right.
because the next game on Digital Trends list is Phantasy Star 2, and we have to record that in 2 days, and I do not have time to play Phantasy Star 2 in 2 days.
Yep,
So
you're right.
let's do something easy.
Yep.
And give me a little more time to ease into.
Sounds so good to me.
Ease into Phantasy Star. It doesn't have to be Harambe versus Capcom, but I'm saying that's at the top of my list.
Yep. Try with me.
I have one more achievement, and it is called Sorry. And wait, maybe I didn't say it right. Sorry. In order to unlock Sorry, you have to beat a Canadian as Sauron. You have to look over at them and say Sorry. That was straight up from Phil Hawkins. So thank you, Sandwich Boat Phil.
Right.
He got me on the Harambe train, but I added the flambe. Actually, that was Nikki's help too. I don't do anything by myself. I'm an invalid.
Let's see. Fuck you. And that is whenever you die 3 consecutive times to Vertigo's super quick bite attack.
Okay.
What else did I? I had something about
I'm glad you're prepared.
incendiary cloud.
Yes.
Which that is whenever you kill someone with Chaos's fart.
Excellent. Ian, do you have anything?
I got nothing.
Nothing?
I got nothing.
We can workshop something if you want.
No, I didn't play it long enough to. I didn't play it long enough to warrant doing. And I usually do. I usually try to do my homework and have achievements, and I just this time I couldn't.
You almost made an hour.
Almost.
That's pretty good.
Almost.
This is not a fun game for a lot of people. It's fun for me.
It just didn't. It didn't click. It didn't click. But that's okay. That's okay.
I got some questions. The first of which, well, two. The first two are directly for you, Tyler. I want to know if you were to give this game a beard that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of beard it would be.
I think I've given one similar before, but a beard would be the flesh sloughing off the round face of Dennis Nedry after he is spit. Acidic spit is in his face.
All right. I think that's really good. That ties in with Vertigo.
I bet I know what glasses he's going to give it.
Tyler, if you were to give this game a pair of glasses that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of glasses would it be?
Thought about giving it Dennis Nedry's glasses.
That's what I thought you were.
But I went with John Hammond's.
But I'm going to go with hold on to your butts.
Oh!
Sam Jackson.
Dead and hanging out. So, yeah, Sam Jackson's glasses.
What was his character's name in Jurassic Park?
I can't remember.
I can't
It
either.
was something cool.
Fuck. Damn.
It wasn't
Which I want to be my screensaver at work.
You didn't say the magic word.
I'm trying not to sneeze again.
No, do it.
My allergies have been
get it
so
out.
fucking bad.
Yeah.
So fucking bad.
I've got one more question. This is for everybody. Everybody. I want to know how much this game is on Amazon. If you were to buy it used right now, how much do you think you'd pay for it
For the Genesis.
on Amazon? Yes, good question. Where the Genesis?
$13.99.
$13.99 from Ian.
Man,
Tyler.
with so many ports, and I imagine like they've just flooded the shit out of this game. I imagine it's plenty of copies. $7.
$13.99 for Ian, $7 for Tyler. Actual retail value of Primal Rage for the Genesis used on Amazon at the time of this very recording is $5 even. $5.
Man, we'll both lose. Yep.
I think it's worth it. I'm not gonna lie. $5 for this game,
Yeah.
I think is worth it.
For a collector, especially if you're just trying to get them all added to the collection, do it.
I think just for funsies, I think this game is worth $5. But I am in the minority. I feel like.
No, I mean, And you like what you like.
Maybe if I
like
not
what I
going to
like,
yuck
man.
anyone else's yum.
I would be willing. You know what? You invited me over to your house twice to play this fucking thing.
I did.
And I couldn't come.
Yeah. Well, it happens to everybody.
You know, it's a byproduct of being old.
We just don't have an intimate relationship.
We don't. That being said, I would be willing to give the game a shot again if I could play 2-player with you.
I want to play the arcade version.
That might be fun.
I want to play the arcade version.
But I'm not discounting it. I just didn't have good luck with it, and it just maybe I did have a very long night, as I explained earlier.
Right.
So maybe I just wasn't in the right frame of mind today.
Yeah,
maybe
I
if
get
I
it.
go back, try.
I
You
get
know,
it.
I'm not judging you at all.
No, that's fine.
No, that's good. Whatever, man. Whatever.
Yeah, I know. I think it's fair to say that it's not a great game, but it's fun for me.
It's not. But yeah. Okay.
That's all I got.
That's it.
We could probably take 1 or 2 calls.
Can I say one real quick thing before we do while you're queuing
Yeah,
those up?
do it while I queue up a call.
Especially for the Jacob and Galen's out there. Mm-hmm. If you own BioShock on Steam, they have remastered it, and it released this past Thursday.
I did not know.
I didn't either.
Updated graphics, all the DLCs like threaded in, everything's there. If you own BioShock 1 and 2, they did not redo Infinite.
Yeah.
Because it was already good enough quality for PC.
Yeah.
They released it as a collection
man.
on PS4 and Xbox 360 or Xbox One. Mm-hmm. But if you already own it on Steam, they free upgraded it.
Really?
Man.
Really?
Free upgrade, and I have gone back to Rapture. I've gone back in, and I started playing again the other day. And
How is it? How's the remaster?
Fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, I already thought it was amazing to begin with, as I've discussed, and I know Galen and Jacob are going to get this as well. I love that game. It's my number one favorite franchise ever. And this company called Blind Squirrel redid it, texture by texture. Literally everything in that game has been redone, and it is fucking gorgeous.
Okay,
and it's
I'm gonna
free.
play that later.
If you already own it on Steam, you have to re-download it because it is a separate new download, and it's about twice the size of the one you already have.
That makes sense.
But it is gorgeous. It is wonderful. And it is free if you already have it. So please, if you're out there, go get it. Get it and play it. Go back to Rapture with me because, my God.
So we should all do the BioShock 2 multiplayer then.
The multiplayer was not included.
They didn't do it. I got you.
They don't do that anymore. But Minerva's Den and BioShock 2 and BioShock 1 all were completely reskinned. And if you had them already, you've got the updated versions waiting to come down to your computer.
I've heard from multiple sources that Minerva's Den is one of the best DLCs.
I never got to play it. I never got to play it, so now I am absolutely going to.
Yeah, that makes me want to go.
But do it. Do it. Get it. It's free. There's no time limit on it. It's not like free for the first month. It's free if you already have it. So anyway, I just want everyone to know that because it's a big fucking deal to me. It should be to everyone that enjoyed the game because you'll see instantly just the difference in the models. The little sisters look so much better. You know, it's still got the same exact feel. It is the exact same game again with better textures. The water looks amazing. The water to me looked like the water did the first time I saw Super Mario 64. Like when I was blown away by that, I was blown away kind of by this. It was just, it's really good. And if you have just crank it as far up as you can go and fire it up. You'll love it. It's good. So there it is.
Thanks for the tip. I had no
clue. I would not have known that had you not told me. I'm so glad you did.
I'm glad I was able to share that. I'm glad I thought of it before I left.
All right. Thank you also for buying me the time to queue up a call.
Yeah.
This is a call from 614 who says...
Okay, showering with my dad brought back a memory that I had of me taking a bath with my brother. Now, this is when we were real young. I was 5 and he was 2. And at that age, I didn't know what a butthole looked like. I was like, I guess I want to know what a butthole looks like. My brother, 2 years old, I don't even know what a butthole is. So we're in the bathtub at my grandparents' house, and I'm like, hey, turn over and bend over. You want to know what a butthole looks like? So he turns over, he bends over, and there's just my brother's butthole staring at me in the face in the tub. And I felt really weird about it. It was just a butthole. And then my grandpa walks in to me staring at my brother's butthole like a foot away from it. And he kind of freaks out. And you can only imagine what my, like, grandpas, crazy, conservative, don't look at other men's penises or buttholes kind of thing. And he's, like, looking at his two grandsons staring at each other's buttholes. I don't know. I just thought I'd bring that story. All right, bye.
Oh, that was a good one.
Thank you.
Oh,
I think that's Kyle.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kyle.
Kyle of SoundCloud fame.
Right. So I didn't have a sibling when I was so young that I wanted to see what a butthole looks like for the first time. But I remember the first time I looked at my own butthole because I was like, just like Kyle. I was like, I want to know what a butthole looks like. I sit down on the toilet, poop comes out. I want to see where it comes out. And I remember utilizing a hand mirror in order to see my own butthole.
This is like a really fucked up version of our bodies ourselves.
When did you guys first see a butthole? Come on.
Everybody has that milestone.
I don't remember. I assume.
Bullshit.
I don't.
Everyone remembers the first time they saw a butthole. They're like,
listen.
Oh my God.
Listen, I was a fan of the ladies at a very young age, so I was getting views of things at a very young age by the neighborhood girls. We would show each other our stuff, and I'm pretty sure it was one of their buttholes that I saw first. I don't know.
For me, it's hard to recall, but I'm going to wager the first time was porn, watching Jasmine St. Clair pull apart and show her butthole. And I remember, because I never really looked at one like that before. Also, it's a noticeably different color from the rest of your butt. So,
how old were you? You had to have been older.
6th grade, probably.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
See, I was very curious what a butthole looked like. I failed to mention that I was probably 6 years old when I did this because I wanted to know where the poop came from.
Yeah.
I remember my aunt had, she was in college when I was younger, and I remember she had an anatomy book. And I remember looking at her anatomy book, and there was a page of the digestive system. Yeah. And I remember seeing the small intestine and large intestine. And I remember asking her, is this just like, I turned the book to her and pointed to the intestines. I was like, so is this just like a whole bunch of poop with like a wrapper around it? And then like it just comes out of the wrapper? And she's like, no, those are intestines. And I was like, so the poop lives in there though? Yeah, the poop lives in there.
I don't want to explain that.
That was good. I enjoyed that a lot.
Thank you, Kyle.
And that's about what we're about time after that.
Yeah, we're late. I'm ready to wrap this.
Okay. Thanks for listening, everybody. You can find the show on iTunes, SoundCloud, or Stitcher. So don't miss the next episode. We are going to be playing the Harambe game.
If you're down.
Yeah.
If you're down, I'm down.
Yep.
Harambe versus Capcom.
Yep. Let's see. We need you. 5-star reviews are very good for us.
That was intimate.
We need you.
We need you.
We need your help
Tonight.
We can turn America around with your. So if you want to leave us plenty of places, you can leave us 5-star reviews.
Bathroom stalls.
TADPOG on iTunes. Bathroom stalls. Courtesy cards at hotels.
Cracked website.
Cracked. Yeah. Or buy one of our shirts. Leave us a 5-star Amazon review.
I gotta review my shirt.
We need to read the shirt reviews soon.
Yes, we do.
There's some really funny ones.
And Stitcher, it's a thing you can do somewhere, somehow.
We should be on Google Play. Can someone confirm that for me, please? Because I don't have an Android device.
Okay, I can do that. Let's see. And then, what else do I normally say? With Facebook and Twitter, you can get in touch with us there. So if there's a game you want us to play, guest host for an episode, no, not so much probably, or a Patreon request, just get in touch with us, and whatever you ask for, we promise we will get to that eventually.
Man, all three of us sounded exasperated.
Yeah.
It's been a long day.
Eventually. Yeah, it's late. Don't worry, guys. Like Tyler said, we're going to be back. We're going to be playing as an enraged gorilla, talking about Harambe versus Capcom on Wednesday. In the meantime, you can always find us at tadpog.com. That's where the show notes live. I'll have a link to the Echo the Dolphin episode there. I know we mentioned that. I'll probably have a trailer to the Arthur movie. You can't find that by yourself, I'm sure. So just go to tadpog.com. It'll be right there. If I can find the genius British baby, he'll be there too, talking about dinosaurs and his adorable little accent. I'll throw in, I'll throw in Thug Life British kid who sees monkeys. I don't know if either of y'all have seen those.
Yeah.
That'll be a link in the show notes. You can also find us on Facebook. We're at facebook.com/TADPOG. There's a lot of cool people there doing a lot of cool shit. Join the conversation if you haven't yet. And Twitter. Tyler mentioned Twitter. We are at TADPOG_podcast. It's cumbersome. I realize. Big thank you to everybody who retweets us, especially our episode announcements. We do have a Patreon. If you would like to be one of the awesome people like guest host Wizened Sage Ian, who donates to us monthly. We would really appreciate it. You can do that at patreon.com/TADPOG. Donate $1 at least a month, and you get access to all our bonus episodes that we do exclusively for Patreon donors. We have recorded this month's. It is late. I apologize. But it is recorded. It's edited. It's just a matter of getting up to y'all on Patreon. And Patreon, they just added a new RSS feature that I'm going to experiment with. So what that means is if you're a donor and you use a podcatcher, what I can do is email you a specific feed for our bonus episodes. So you don't even have to go to the fucking Patreon site.
I like that.
You have your own personal link, and you can enter it in manually in your podcatcher.
So no, because Taryn has complained about trying to get the Patreon episodes a lot.
Yeah,
she always has issues.
I have to download them to my phone.
It's
and
kind
then
of a pain in the
stream
ass.
them from the cloud.
But hopefully I haven't fucked with it yet, but hopefully that's going to take care of a lot of problems that people are having with it. So I want to take a moment to thank the people who have donated to us recently. I'd like to thank Phil Hawkins for upping his pledge. I'd like to thank Saint Zach. I want to thank Saint Zach for being now our top donor.
Wow. Cool.
Zach he's in the number one spot. He doubled his donation. So Zach, thank you very much.
And he bought us microphones.
I know, Zach. That's why he's Saint Zach.
Yep.
So now, I think he should be Patreon Saint Zach English.
That's pretty good.
So Zach, thank you very much. I'd like to thank Douglas from Better Made, who recently upped his pledge as well. And of course, last but not least, I'd like to thank Micah Purdue for upping his pledge as well. Guys, thank you very much. You can call us if you want. If you want to call us and tell us the first time you saw your butthole or a butthole, call at 270-883-2555. Let us know. What were your thoughts? When you stared into the abyss, did you feel it staring back at you?
Did it look like the opening of Doctor Who?
Or was it like what the master saw that drove him mad? The drums in the pit of eternity. If you have anything you want to send us, a package of food, games, good stuff, bad stuff, whatever, please send that to Tadpog Studios, care of Nicole Nance, P.O. Box 3785, Paducah, Kentucky 42002. Addendum I'd like to add to that. I know, postage can be expensive if you have a package and weighing things out and wrapping things up. But one thing I would like to do, because I'm working on the next Tadpog Annex, it's twice the size of the original or Tadpog Annex 3, 2.
We were in 2.
Yeah. Okay. So Tadpog Annex 3 is twice the size of 2. I would like to do what I had in the other annex, and I had basically anything a fan had sent us, I put it on the wall, and now I have a much bigger wall. So I would love to drop us a postcard from wherever you are. Have your name, wherever you're from. Send us a postcard so I can put that up there and make sort of a map of where listeners are.
We need a
based
map.
on-
We need
Yep.
a map with pins and stuff.
Yep.
That'd be cool.
Yep. So if you want to send us something, like a postcard would be fantastic. I'd love to start that project up. And then we also have an Instagram that is at tadpog_podcast. It's very Pokemon heavy for now. So
We're on Twitch. If you want to just search for Tadpog, you'll find us there. Let's see. We gave the P.O. Box, right? I know you asked for the stuff.
Yep.
Okay. I guess that's it then. Ian, thank you for being on the show.
yeah,
for having me.
I appreciate
I'm glad
it.
to be here.
For the big 350,
Yeah.
which we really celebrated.
Amazing.
Well, our theme song is Smooth by Sleep on Traveling. That track found in the show notes at TADPOG.com. Ian, how do you want to close this out?
Oh man, fuck! I had one.
Like Deep Purple.
Yes.
All right.
Smoke on the water.
All right.
So until next time.
Tropical Capricorn. Tropical Capricorn.
I only know that song from like the first part of Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero.
That's it.
Yeah.